Today we are back with this 1998 BMW M3. You may remember this from a very dark and rainy video about a year and a half ago. This belongs to Sonny of the M-Tech YouTube channel.
Hello.
And how many miles you got on this now?
258,000 and change.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Some things have happened since our last video. You had to tear the engine apart.
Head gasket blew. I downshifted from 5th to 4th. I was coming off the highway, and then it started misfiring, and that was it. Failed between cylinders 4 and 5.
But she's back in true form. You did a track day in this.
Yes.
Not too long ago.
Did do a track day in this.
It held up. It was a champ. Everything worked well. 7
sessions, beating on it constantly. Did great.
Great. Good. That's the way to break an engine back in.
Exactly.
I guess you don't need to do break-in after doing a...
Yeah, I gave it like 1,000 miles before I did.
Okay, all right.
Make sure it was all good and set up, you know.
Good.
I'd rather blow up not at the track than at the track.
Well, this is going to be an update video on Sonny's 98 E36 M3. Supposedly, he's got some new parts in here. You've got a new clutch.
Yeah, new clutch kit. I can detail it now, or we can do that on the road.
Yeah, walk me around a little bit.
Okay, so the clutch kit in here now is a Valeo single mass flywheel conversion kit, which is technically for 328, but the transmission is the same.
Okay.
It does work on this car. The one I have before is an FX Stage 2 clutch, and it exploded in spectacular fashion.
Oh, wow.
I had to get a tow from... you want the hood open?
Yeah.
So this is why the turn signal is out.
Okay.
This is the janky way to open
Hey,
this
all right.
Yeah, the FX Stage 2 kit exploded, and I was actually going to run it again because it was put backwards around the mechanic, the whole story. But the company never got back to me, and I tried reaching out to them so many times. I'm like, screw it, I'm not buying your product again. Valeo kit, I like it. It's the pedal's lighter, and honestly, it's just easier.
Great.
In here is mostly the same. We did the head gasket. Let's put a Dr. Vanos unit in here, which did make a noticeable bump in power.
Ooh, okay.
New Vanos solenoid. Basically, everything under the intake manifold is now new.
All right.
Anything that wasn't already new anyway.
Sweet.
Strut water pump, S54 radiator, which are upgrades because I wanted to track it. AC works now beautifully.
Great.
I may add.
Still got your alignment from last time, about 3 degrees negative camber up front?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Alignment's the same. I did stiffen up the front shocks a little bit, but I don't really know. Actually, I did put in an Eibach front sway bar.
Okay.
I thought it had Eibach sway bars before, but somebody had actually just painted the M3 ones red.
Oh, okay.
So that actually made the front end considerably tighter. I was surprised.
Nice. It smells of BMW.
Now, what does it smell like?
It smells good. It smells like German engineering.
It smells like coolant.
Yeah, it smells like cool. You got your soccer ball wheels on.
Soccer ball.
Continental DW tires, right?
DWS 06 Pluses.
DWS 06 Pluses. Okay, all right.
Probably the last year of these tires.
And this will be the first time I've driven this car in the dry, because last time it was pouring raining. And these tires were amazing, but
there's even more grip.
There's even more grip now. Yeah. Cool. Well, it looks good. You did repaint the front bumper recently due to an unfortunate off, though you weren't driving, an instructor was driving.
Track instructor had a little bit of mishap in the car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't hit anything, but the car took a really hard impact, suspension compression at Groton, and it caught the old front bumper. I still have it. Basically right here, so everything plastic in this area shattered.
This paint is excellent.
This is all new.
It's really good.
A Gerber Collision actually did this.
Whoever painted this, I need to have them do my 2000 hood.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love to. The painter there has been apparently a painter for like his whole life.
That's great.
It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, the paint's great on this. This is all new. This is new.
Yeah.
Fog lights are new. That's new. Fender liners, everything up here.
Cool. All right, let's hop in. We'll start it up. We'll go drive.
Cool.
Yeah. And we're not going to go over all the details that we went over in the first video. You guys can reference that if you want to, but you know, basics out of the way. S52, E36 M3, 3.2 liter inline 6, 5-speed manual. This was a automatic car that was swapped.
Yes. This has been manual swapped with ZF5 speed, so same transmission, and the differential was swapped to the manual ratio, which is a 323 instead of the 338 we run.
Okay.
So this is essentially, from a driving perspective, a stock manual car.
Okay, nice. Sweet.
The 338 diff is nice, but it was a little short.
Yeah, and this is a full option interior too. You got all sorts of good stuff.
So actually, I forgot to go through all those last time, but now I'm gonna remember to. So full options for these cars. Cruise control is one.
Okay.
Onboard computer, 18-button OBC. It's the second row here.
Oh yeah.
Heated seats is part of the cold weather package. So
nice.
Heated seats, heated door locks and door handles, heated mirrors. The This is a factory key fob, which was not as a dealer installed option.
Okay.
Harman Kardon sound.
Oh yeah.
And
You've got a loud and a quiet mode?
Yes. Yeah, no, this is
Nice.
actually makes the subs louder.
Sweet.
It's nice. And then obviously the automatic transmission option, sunroof.
Yep. True sunroof.
True sunroof.
As definition. And then this is also pretty much standard option on most E36s too, right?
Yeah, it's my little anti-theft device here. So what I do is I put the button in to open it, and then when I'm done with the glove box,
Nice.
no one will ever know.
Cool. That works. Well, it sounds healthy.
Very healthy.
Let's go drive it.
But the check engine light is on for, I think it's P1519 code, which is basically stuck Vanos code. I
Okay.
think the Vanos is off by 1 tooth. It makes most of its power. Very occasionally, I'll notice a little hesitation, but for the most part, it's a weekend project. I will fix this winter.
For the most part, just send it.
Exactly.
Ooh! It feels quicker.
Oh, it is quicker.
It sounds good.
Oh, watch your fluid low.
Oh.
Dang.
I remember from my E28, I used to get messages all the time down there.
Yup.
It was constant.
Yeah. Oh, also, I recommend turning the headlights on so the cluster lights are on. Just
yeah.
the switch on the left.
These guys. Got
Yep.
those nice orange lights.
That'll make
There we go.
the GoPro pick up the cluster easier.
Do you have traction control? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, let's turn that off. I felt it cut power a minute
Oh,
ago.
yeah, I heard that too.
That second throttle body.
The second throttle body.
Yeah. There's good torque. Oh yeah, this is fun.
After the head gasket job, I think it had a little more power across the band, but especially in the mid-range, I really noticed the bump. Most
Okay.
of that was probably just the Vanos. And then the whole thing just runs smoother. And,
It's so flat.
oh my goodness. What, windows up?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, windows up.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of a difference with that new front sway bar.
Oh, it's tighter for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's really balanced.
Yeah, the old end links were also shot, so that's gonna also help.
Sure.
New end links.
It's fun, man.
I know, I love this thing.
Yeah, good power, sounds proper, handles great. I've got to say, your E36, even though it's the highest mileage, and there's some parts missing on it today, is the best E36 I've driven. I've driven stock ones, and they're just a little bit sloppy. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. And I mean, they do drive really nice stock. I like them stock, but honestly, this sort of OEM plus setup is how I prefer it
Yeah.
the most.
No, this is great. Turn your air down here a little bit.
Yeah. Then you want AC?
We can just do cool air. That's
All right.
probably good enough.
It'll rob your power.
Yeah.
It does rob a little bit of power when you have the AC on. Old compressor.
Yeah, that's all right. No, man, this is sweet. Yeah, the ride is fantastic. What's your suspension setup again?
So they are H&R Sport Springs and Koni yellow shocks.
Springs and shocks, amazing.
And then
Yeah.
it does have full polyurethane. 75D AKG Motorsport different suffering bushings, which is basically solid, but without the horrible vibrations you get with having solid bushings.
Okay,
And
nice.
then the rear trailing arms and front controller bushings are 95A, which is still way stiffer than rubber, but a little more, pivoting. I wouldn't go too much faster than that, because if you do, the sunroof is going to start to make a horrible vibration noise.
Okay. That's your speed limiter.
It actually is. I need to fix it. I don't know what the problem is, because when I'm at Groton, I can take this thing up to I think it made sure 120.
I love old BMWs,
Yeah,
and I love their owners. They are truly one with their car.
Yeah.
All the foibles, all the flaws. Brakes?
Yes. Brakes are good. Drop on as hard as you want.
Yeah, they feel pretty good. They need a little bit of temperature in them?
Yes. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, That feels good. Nice.
Once
Nice
you do
firm pedal.
like 2 hard brakes, you will have pretty close to full braking force.
Sweet. Put your windows down here.
Oh, I think windows down is the best way.
Yeah. You can hear this too. Responsive, revvy. Yeah, I feel like this has a little bit more power than it did last time.
You know what's funnier too? This has a heavier flywheel on it as well.
Really? Clutch feels good, even though the catch point is super low.
Yeah.
You can shift nicely, it's smooth.
No, it's great, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something also helps is this is stock motor mount, so it kind of helps do some of that.
Still getting used to it.
Oh yeah, now you're doing fine.
It's so funny too because this was an automatic car. It has a kickdown switch at the bottom of the pedal.
Yeah, but I forgot to remind you of that, but you already figured it out. Oh, that was crispy. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, this also does have a tint on it now.
That's right.
35% ceramic tint, which I like.
Looks good. Smell a bit of burnt clutch.
Is that clutch? I kind of assume every smell this car makes is coolant. Because they all sort of smell like coolant and oil, so like, now they just smell more like clutch or tire.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of brake too.
Brakes do get a little smelly when they get hot.
Yeah, good smells.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the shifting action in this. This shifter feels fantastic.
Wow.
Have you done anything to that? It doesn't feel like the standard rubbery BMW shifter.
Dinan short throw with the 10 horsepower rebuilt kit, so just a little more direct.
That's like perfect.
20% reduction in throttle, roughly.
And I love a 5-speed. The gearing in 5 speeds is always just so nice.
Yeah, it's a little longer than the 6, but it's not too long, and it allows you to kind of bring it out.
Yeah.
Third and fourth gear, I might take every gear in this car.
About 90s aerodynamics. You can roll with the windows down and it's so much fun. It's so nice.
Buffeting isn't too bad or anything.
Yeah, no buffeting. This is great.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're enjoying this thing now.
It's fun, man. The handling is the big surprise. Ooh, Ford GT. And then another Ford GT.
Oh my god.
New and old.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. The LSD does a pretty good job on this thing too.
Yep. Crispy downshifts. Fun riding passenger in your own car, isn't it?
It's always so much fun. One thing I actually liked, I did a video actually talking about lighter flywheels, and I actually think I prefer the heavier flywheel in this car.
This feels perfect.
Because
the revs still drop really fast.
It's more forgiving, and then also, you heard it back there, when you did that 4.3, the intake makes a nice whoosh.
Yeah.
Because you have to give it more
That's
pedal
right.
input, so it kind of...
Yep.
I don't know, it's really fun.
Sucking in that air. It's just taking a big gulp.
Yeah, exactly. Taking a big gulp.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah! Hero stuff.
Dude.
Yeah, that diff does hook up. Oh, my 1-2 shifts in this. I think I'm just taking my time too much.
call it diff bushings, there's no give in the diff. So all that give is in the motor and trans mounts. So what you're feeling is the motor and trans mount essentially deflecting.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So if I were to do this over again, I try to set myself with quality in the diff and see if that helped.
Okay.
Or I don't know, because motor mounts, they're not too bad in this car. NVH wise, it's a really good setup by AKG. It's sort of like a hybrid. It's 75D motor mount and then like a rubber transmission bushing with like a limiting cup. But at idle, they're kind of vibrating. I still like them.
Okay.
So that is sort of the one kink I sort of haven't figured out how to sort out. But outside of that, I think it's pretty smooth and into.
Yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, it just kind of rockets out of corners.
Yep.
You can feel that diff lock.
Yep. No, it does a great job.
Yeah.
So it is a stock LSD. It is, I think, 25% lock.
Okay, cool.
Some people mod them and put like 30 or 40% locked. I think I drove a 40% lock once, and it was insanely grippy.
Yeah, that's good.
328, and I was blown away. Like, I had like the worst tires boards were showing. Didn't matter. Things still gripped up so well. But that's like $3 or $4 grand that I don't really care to spend. It's already so good.
Yeah, no, this is fine. What's your exhaust setup again?
So I'll say the whole sound mods. So Dinan cold air intake, and then exhaust is stock M3, with the exception of the muffler versus Rogue Engineering DMS.
Okay.
Dual muffler system, so separate mufflers for each pipe.
Nice.
It's true dual exhaust all the way back. Which I didn't really care about whether it was dual or not. It just sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds great. No drone or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Are these the stock mirrors too?
Yep.
These are so funny. They're
Yeah.
so tiny.
Oh, you're kidding me.
One car, man. I smell something else, but it's bovine in nature.
Yes. Not the car, unfortunately.
Not the car. Farm country.
If this car were making that smell, I'd be a bit disappointed and
Yeah.
concerned. Oh man, it takes 6 to 7 grand.
It really does.
So the stock limiter on these is 6,800 hertz a second and 6,500 and 34 bit.
Okay.
It's really weird. It's like variable limiter.
Oh yeah, that is interesting.
But the RK tune I have basically just
It bumps it up a little bit.
bumps up to 7, which
Okay.
is safe on these camshafts.
Good.
Some people run 7,200. That is pretty much, that's pushing it.
Okay.
There's not really any extra power to be made in the extra 200 RPM either.
Okay.
So 7 grand's good.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Reliable.
Yeah, there's nothing like a BMW inline 6 that's been opened up a little bit. Now we're getting the hang of it, Sonny.
Yes.
I've always thought the most hilarious thing on these old BMWs is the fuel economy
Yes.
meter. All it is just like an on-off switch with throttle. Basically, it's an opposite throttle percentage indicator.
No, it's really funny.
Yeah.
It is pretty accurate though. I've measured fuel economy, not by this. This actually, I don't know why this sort of stopped working. Nice. But on the freeway, if I'm going like 60, 65, it kind of hangs out way above 25 and below 40, sort of in the middle.
Okay.
And I've measured it, and if I drive it efficiently, I will get like 32 miles a gallon.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the RK tune and it being a little lower helps with that.
BMW Efficient Dynamics.
Efficient dynamics. Oh, I'll show you this. You'll get a kick out of this. So I have some BMW plushes. My roommate got this at the M driving school. He went to, I guess he won it. So the big cheese, the little rag, it's pretty
Nice.
funny. And this is something you can buy at a dealer. It is a genuine BMW Pegasus. There's your part number.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this is like my little car show ornament. One of my buddies has, they also have a teddy bear.
If
So,
you know, you know.
just stick that on the dash. It's really funny.
That is funny.
I like to think of it as this car spirit animal.
It's for the kids.
For the kids, exactly.
Yeah. Think of the children.
Yeah,
You gotta have toys for the big kids and the little kids.
exactly.
And this is a 4-door, so someday when you have kids, if you have kids, you can put them in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I always like the 4-door. Funny enough,
So cool.
They're lighter than the coupes.
Really?
And they are.
Huh.
They're like 50 pounds lighter.
Less metal, I guess.
I don't know what I think. Part of it's the rear seat. I don't really know. Honestly.
Huh, weird.
Also, the biggest difference for me is it has about 1.5 inches extra headroom.
Okay.
On track,
Yeah, that makes all the, especially with the sunroof.
because it drops it. I'm 6'2", and with the helmet on, I'm not touching the headliner, but I'm pretty close.
Okay.
With the
Interesting.
coupe, I probably just touch. I know a guy. Who has a blue E36 track car, and he's 6'4". He had to delete the sunroof, and I don't think he would fit in a coupe.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a good driving position. These seats are fantastic.
Yeah, they're good enough. On
Yeah.
track, I'd like something a little more huggy, but on the street, it's...
The one thing that really does show this car's age is just the slower steering ratio. Like, you really have to give this a lot of lock,
Yeah.
a lot of angle, a lot of turn in to get
it
it
has
to...
that classic 90s dead on center.
Yes. Yeah.
It's 3.2 turns lock to lock, which is the longest ratio, I think, other than an E30 rack.
Okay.
That you basically get between any 80s to early 2000s BMW.
All right.
Some people put in the 4-cylinder E3 rack, which is 2.7 turns lock to lock, and that one's it's heavier
Nice.
and gets rid of that down center.
Okay.
And it's quicker ratio. So one thing I noticed on track, you can hold it at 9 and 3, but sometimes I have to shift my hands up to 10 and 2 to kind of keep the
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. Z3 rack gets rid of that problem. On the street, there's no point other than feel, but on track, the Z3 rack is better.
Okay. I mean, it works. You can dance with it.
Oh yeah. The tire is also very forgiving.
It really is.
And I mean, really, that's why a lot of these guys crash. People, these cars are so forgiving. It's so easy to slide, but it's so easy to slide till you have that one slippery patch and the car goes off the road and it's total.
And
Right.
these tires are fantastic too. They're fun to drive on. They let you have a bit of fun. They're
Exactly.
fantastic in the rain. And you know, they just kind of take the edge off of all the Michigan bumps and potholes and the messy roads we have here.
Exactly. No, I think the tires are perfect for the suspension setup, and I'll try something stickier for the track. But
Oh yeah, you definitely need a sticky set of track tires. This would just turn into a monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, that will also make you want to just make everything super stiff and hard and solid bushing.
Yeah,
And don't do
exactly.
that. Don't go that route.
No, I'm not going that route.
Not yet.
I'm gonna build a separate car for that.
Yeah.
Something with eBay unpainted bumpers and terrible paint. That's really fast.
Yeah. Cool. Well, all right, man. This has been genuinely fun. The big surprise here is just the handling. It's so tight. It feels like it's almost shorter wheelbase than it is. It rotates so willingly.
I mean, it's about the same size as the BRZ.
Yeah. Yeah. But the turn in it just kind of claws away. It's a sweet chassis. It just needed the right suspension bits, and I'm sure you could get more out of it. But
Oh, yeah.
you know, going from driving a lot of stock E36s to this just makes it a different level of sharpness and fun factor.
Exactly. I agree. It just kind of. I mean, OEM Plus is how I describe this car. It kind of
Yes.
just brings everything out and just makes it a little sharper, a little more responsive.
Go on Tire Rack, order bits from H&R and
Yeah.
Eibach and Bilstein.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, I'm helping my buddy build a 328 drift car right now, and I've now sort of priced it out. If you wanted to build this car as it is, I'm going to disclude price of the car. I'm just going to assume that you buy one and you're going to do full mechanical restoration, basically like I have.
Sure.
Roll the mods in here. Parts cost, you're going to be in it probably more than 10, less than 15 grand.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, it's full mechanical restoration, so
Yeah. About the same as a BRZ.
there you go. Yeah, buy an OK M3 for 10 to 13, and then, you know, put all the time and work into it, and then you got something that is worth about what you paid for it, but is really fun.
This almost has like a Porsche flat 6 howl to it.
That's the intake.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Intake and the exhaust pair together mesh really nicely.
Like at lower revs, second gear out of a corner. It really sounds good, man. Right there. Sounds like GT3.
Yep. And at like 52, 5300, you hear the kick over. The engine will sort of get like a second wind.
Yeah.
That's German VTEC.
Great throttle response too.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's a good time.
It's a good time. Great way to describe this car.
Cool. Well, hey, good to see you again.
See you too.
Thanks for letting me drive your car
Glad you enjoyed it.
again.
You gave her a thorough workout.
Oh, I did drive a supercharged M3
Blue one?
once, the blue one.
I saw that video. That video is incredible.
That car was fantastic.
Does that car still exist?
It does. That was modified.
I would
yeah.
love to ride in that thing.
That was a great car.
Yeah, that has a active AutoWorks supercharger, which is one of 2 twin screws available for these, and it makes that amazing supercharger whine.
Oh, yeah, that was a great car.
Fortunately, those kits don't exist anymore. It's very sad.
Dang it.
But,
We're just gonna leave it.
there you go. State of temp. Beautiful.
Wonderful. Go check out Sonny's channel at M-T3CH.
Yes,
M-Tech.
M-Tech. We'll play on words.
Yeah, yeah. We've spent a lot of good time together this summer, this fall,
Yes.
this winter. You detailed the S2000. Oh boy, what's happening?
Good.
Headlights.
Yep.
Gosh, it's like a fire alarm.
First time that happened, it scared the
Yeah, you wet sanded and paint corrected the S2000.
Yes.
It looks fantastic.
I know. It looks. I was happy.
Like
that
it turned out. So look at this photo I took of it the other night. Look at this. It's
it.
actually shiny.
Oh man, look at
Look
that.
at that.
See the reflection.
Look at that. You can see. Yeah, you can see reflections. The hood looks really good in photos and in person, and then you point a GoPro at it, and all you can see are the lines from the paint.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So I got to get your paint guys info and maybe get
Yeah.
that sorted someday. If I decide to keep it, that's getting painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, I'm gonna have you turn the headlights on. Fog lights work now. They look really good.
Hey, all right.
I was very excited about these because they didn't work for the longest time, and now they do. And I love the way fog lights look on this car.
Yeah,
A
they
lot of
look
people
great.
delete them, but
No, why would you do that? And here's Substitute Topher in a Mach-E Rally.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good, sir.
Yeah, we've got a plethora of cars at our disposal tonight. Kia Forte GT, E36 M3. Gosh, these could actually not be any more
it's
different.
so
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So not a comparison video at all.
not a comparison.
All right, well, that's it. That's all I have to say about M3s.
Good night.
Maybe we'll do a track day in it someday.
Yes.
You have to come out to Gingerman.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that off camera.
Yes.
Good night. We'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video.
I was trying to think of the Truman Show outro, but I couldn't remember it. Make
Take
sure
care.
to
Yeah.
like the video,
Yeah.
subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts, and we'll
That's right.
catch you guys later.
Gosh, I don't know if I've ever told anyone to like a video or subscribe. I
never-
probably
yeah, I
should.
never say that.
I'm
Like
missing
it on
out.
YouTube.
It's a little cheesy.
I'm missing out on hundreds of subscribers, probably.
Tens of subscribers.
Tens of subscribers.
Oh, I forgot. I can subscribe. Let me hit it now.